Hi Year 4 and welcome to episode 3 of your home learning video. Now today we're going to be looking at aerobics and focusing on hand-eye coordination. At the end we're going to have a challenge that I've done absolutely amazing with. Yes! Look forward to seeing you soon. You're going to need a hardback book. I had a Horrid Henry one. And you're going to need a piece of paper. Hardback book, piece of paper. Piece of paper, hardback book. Well done.
Welcome to your aerobics session with me, and we are going to get ourselves started by mobilising our body and preparing ourselves for activity. Now aerobics is exercise to music, hence why we're going to have some music in the background, but just follow along and keep in tune as much as you can. But remember, for some of you this is your first time, so I'm not expecting you to be amazing, but I'm expecting you to give everything you've got. So let's start with our shoulders. We're going to roll our shoulders over. Good, and back. Lovely, let's make those arms out. Good, we're going backwards. Keep making it bigger. Lovely, swap directions, we're going to go the other way. Lovely. Right, hands on your hips, we're going to be swinging from side to side. Good. Now we're going to add our arms are going to be up in the air. Good, mobilise those joints, get them moving. Great work. Are we ready? We're going to move down to our bottom. We're going to start with our legs. We're going to do some swings. So we're going to swing back and forth. Lovely, keep that balance. It's a big thing today to keep your balance. And swap legs. We're going to get ourselves ready. We're going to start by marching on the spot. Beautiful. Now this is a basic of most aerobics activities and it keeps you on beat with the music. Okay, we're going to teach you a couple of simple moves. And the first one we're going to look at is called heel digs. Now heel digs start like this. Your heel digs into the floor, comes back. Into the floor, comes back. We're going to keep doing the heel digs. And this has got a little pause in the middle. Good. Let's pick that pace up in a second. So we're not going to have so much of a pause, but we're transferring our weight over the sides. Ready? No pause. Good. Now you notice my arms are just keeping nice and loose next to my body. And I'm just making sure I'm with the beat. Lovely, that's heel digs. Let's go back to marching. Another absolute basic of aerobics is called a side step, and it looks like this. You're going to go side, together, side, together. Good. Side, together, side, together. Let's keep going. It's got a bit of a pause in between. It's quite nice. It gives us a chance to catch it. And this is called a side step. Beautiful, we're going to go back to marching after this one. Nice work, well done. A few other easy ones that we've got are toe taps, and toe taps can either go behind, that's the one, tap those toes behind, or they can go out to a diagonal, so you go out to the side. Good. And this is toe tapping because our toes are tapping the floor. Back to marching. Brilliant work, well done. That's your warm-up complete and we're going to get ready for our main content. So, welcome back to main content. We're going to look at isolated moves, that's separate moves, and we're going to link them together. We're going to go back to some of the ones we've done in our warm-up, and the first one we're going to start with is marching. Now remember why I said we're going to start with marching? That's it, because we want to find the beat. Good, I hope you found it with me. So this is marching on the spot, nice and easy on its own, brilliant. The second one we looked at was called heel digs, and I think you can remember those heel digs. That's it. Your heel comes to the floor, together, floor, together, floor, together. Brilliant. We're going to keep doing that. Now, because you are year 3, year 4, we need to get our heart rate raised, so we're going to add in our arms as well. So we're going to lift our arms up to our chest as our foot comes to the floor, and back down when it comes in. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. So we're looking at a bicep curl along with our heel dig. Yes, we are working our biceps. Now let's see if we can do that at normal speed. Good. Keep it here. Fantastic. So, bicep curls and heel digs, back to marching. Right, so there are our first 2, nice and easy. Now this is going to take us off of our spot. We're going to have to really think about how we're moving and how we're getting around. But everything in aerobics is up to about 4 or 8 counts. So you're going to move forward for 4, you're going to come back for 4. And it looks like this. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it, you count them on your own. Brilliant. And that is walking forward and backwards, which sounds really easy. But what if we would add a high knee? That's it. 2, 3, 4. On 4, you're getting that knee up nice and high. So we're now adding another movement to it. Lovely. And that is a nice, easy move for us. So we're going to move on to the next isolated move. So go back to marching, find that beat. Lovely. Now, our next isolated move is called a side step. And a side step looks like this. It goes side, together, great. Side, together, So a real speed, it's tapping back and forth. Good work, well done. So this is called a side step. Now we can double tap that, which means we go twice in one direction. So we're going to go twice that way. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Fantastic, keep it going. So we're going twice. Lovely. And that is side tapping, nice and easy. What if I say to you, we're going to add something more to that later. Don't be worried, you're going to be fine. Going back to marching. Beautiful, and march. Now, from this march, we've done heel digs and bicep curls. We've done our side steps. And I said to you we're going to add something else to it now. I don't know if you remember this one. We're going to get our feet apart. And you're going to bring your foot up to your bottom. That's it. You're going to bring it up to your bottom. And this one is called a hamstring curl because you are stretching those hamstrings and putting your feet in. That's the one. Right. How about we added our arms? So our arms come to our chest when it comes up to our bottom. So in. Lovely. No, I can't really slow this one down. It's quite tricky otherwise. Now you remember those side steps? Well, we're going to add a hamstring curl to those side steps. All right, so let's go back to marching. Lovely. So we do 2 side steps, and then we're going to add 1 hamstring curl. That's the foot that's closest to the inside of our stepping. So it looks like this. Step together, but from here, kick your foot up and step back. Together, up. Okay? Up, down, together. So rather than that tap together, here, you're going to bring that hamstring curl up. So let's find that beat again. We're going to try this in real speed. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tap together and hamstring curl. Hamstring curl. Good. Now we're not using our arms just yet. Let's get used to that foot movement. Keep those arms going. So, those are the moves isolated. Next part is we're going to add them together and create a routine. Grab a drink and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, we are now ready to use those isolated moves and link them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through each of them. We'll go through it slightly slower and then we're going to repeat them as a sequence. So we started with marching because we need to find the beat. So let's find that beat. Good, well done. Okay, remember those heel digs? We're going to do the bicep curl and the heel dig because we want to try and keep them all fluid as much as we can. So, you ready? Heel digs are going to come in. We're going to bring those arms up as our heel goes down and down as it comes back in. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. That's the one. We're going to do those walking forward, high knee. Good. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fabulous. Keep going. 2 more. And then we're going to our side steps and hamstring curls. Good. Nice work, guys. You're looking really, really good. Back to marching. So that is exactly how it's going to go. We're going to sequence it over and over again, trying to do 8 moves of each. So that would be 8 heel digs, 8 walks back and forward, 8 moves sideways back and forward, back to here. Are you ready? So we're going to get going in. Oh, let's find that beat again. Great work. Remember, when you don't know what you're doing, just walk it out and then start again. Ready for those heel digs? Thought it was. Going in. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 2. Moving forward. Good. That's the first one done. Second one done. Third one done. Fourth one done. Fifth. You know what we're up to. So on the way back here, we're going to go into those hamstring curls and side steps. In. Good. Lovely. So we've done 2 of those. This is our full. 5th. 6th. So this must be our last set. And then we go back to marching. Good. Ready? Heel digs. In. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6. You know what's coming up next? Walking forward. Good. Well done. We're on a full. We've only got 2 more of these. And we're going to do our side steps from here. Side steps. In. Good. Third. That's our full done. Last 2, we go back to our marching. Lovely marching. You've done so well. I think we've probably got time for a couple more rounds. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I think I've done more than 8. Let's go for a walk. Sometimes we forget the amount of counts. Just go with it as long as you're getting the moves right. That's all that matters. That's 4. We're going 4 more. 2 more. And we're going to those side steps. You ready? Side step. Hamstring curl. Good. Well done. That sequencing is quite hard. And if you've picked it up, I'm incredibly proud. But you know what? Even if you haven't picked it up and you're still having a go, I'm really proud of you for showing grit and going for it. Back to marching. I'm really, really proud of you. We're going to go through to our cool down, but well done for all that sequencing. You have been amazing. Well done. Okay, you have been working really hard so far and that sequencing was really tricky. Remember, it's about practice, so if you want to rewind and try again, you know you're always welcome. And like anything, the more you do it, the easier it gets. So we're going to stretch ourselves out, okay? Feet apart, arms out, we're going to bounce side to side. Lovely, we're going to lean over to the left. Lovely. Hold it here. You should feel the stretch all down your side. Well done. Go back and pulsing. We're going to go the other way. You don't want to be doing two sides the same. And over. Hold it. Lovely. Well done. Okay. We're going to go down to the floor and we're going to do some stretching from here. So down to the floor. Because a lot of our stretch is going to be face down here. We're going to bring our arm across and bring it into your chest. Hold it here. Lots of hamstring and bicep curls, so we've got to make sure we definitely stretch those areas out. Swap over. Brilliant, well done. Okay, bottom on the floor, legs apart, and we're going to keep our back nice and straight and lean as far forward as you can. Good, keep it going. If you push yourself a bit further, your legs don't need to be completely out in a straddle or a split, just where you're comfortable. Good, coming back up. This time we're going to hold on to one foot, we're going to come over. Lovely, well done. And back again, we're going to go to the other side. Good, okay, onto our back. We're going to have our feet, our legs bent. We're going to bring one leg up, hold it behind your hamstring, and put it in. We're stretching those hamstrings. Good, keep it here. Make sure your back's completely flat. And your legs as straight as you can get it. And swap legs. Good. Well done. Okay, bring that leg over the other leg so it's crossing over. Bring both legs as close as you can to yourself. Good, well done. Hold it here. Lovely, we're going to swap it over, so bring those legs down. Bring the other leg over. Bring it in. Fantastic. Okay, rolling over. Those feet down, walk your hands towards your feet. And roll up nice and slowly. All the way up. All the way up. Brilliant. Okay, we're just going to give ourselves a nice couple of cool down breaths. So we're going to come in. And out. Beautiful. Let's do it again. And out. And last one. Well done. You guys have done amazing. I'm going to send you over to the motor skills section where I know you're going to have so much fun. So enjoy yourselves and I'll see you then, hopefully. Bye.
Hi Year 4 and welcome to week 3 of our home learning video. I hope you're all well. Today we're going to be looking at a mixture of activities, all focusing on our hand-eye coordination. And for this activity, or these activities, you're going to need a hardback book, I've got Horrid Henry, and a piece of paper. Look who I found! It's Miss Bowyer!
Hi guys! So I've got my book, I've got my piece of paper scrunched up. But I just need to remind you why we're using a hardback book and the reasons for it because of our PE lessons. Now, Mr. Moore's got his hardback book, I've got my hardback book, I've got a very good choice here. However, we're using this as an extension of our hand because what we should be looking at this term is hockey. And the extension of our hand would be a hockey stick, you're absolutely right. But it's also important for other activities like tennis, rounders, softball, lacrosse. It could be any of those that has an extension to your arm. So your hand-eye coordination is going to have to adapt to incorporate a longer piece of equipment. So we're going to see what Mr. Moore's got involved for activity 1. Are you ready? Let's go.
Activity number 1 is you're going to have your book and your piece of paper, and it's going to be balancing on the middle of your book. The bigger your book, the easier this activity is going to be. So the idea behind this is you're going to flick it up in the air and you're going to catch it sideways with the book. So for example, I'll show you. It's going to flick up and you're catching it with this inside of your palm and the book side on. One more time. It's balancing, nice and steady, book nice and flat, flicking it up and catching it sideways. This book's almost like a bigger version of your hand. Why don't you have a go? Activity number 2. Now for this activity, again, you're going to be using your piece of paper and your book. It's going to balance, your piece of paper is going to be balanced on your book, and you're flicking it up in the air and catching it with your opposite hand. Now a key point with this activity, you need to make sure you're tracking the sock or the piece of paper as it's going through the air. All right, that will support and help you in trying to catch it. So my strongest hand, my most dominant hand is my right hand. I'm using that to flick the tissue or the piece of paper in the air, and I'm catching my opposite hand. Ready? Up, catch. Try again, wait till it's nice and still, up and catch. Last go, nice and steady, up and catch. If you want to challenge yourself, you might want to swap hands. Now the book's in my less dominant hand, my non-writing hand. It's a little bit trickier, but I'm catching it with my strongest hand. I see the difference. Up. Well done, Mr. Moore. See, self-congratulating. Why don't you have a go? Activity number 3. Now for this activity, you're going to have your piece of paper in the air and you're going to drop it onto your book. But as you're doing that, you're now looking to strike it up in the air and catch it. So it's quite a tricky one. It might take a little bit of practice, but that's what we're here for. I'm going to show you a few demonstrations. Let's see how I get on. So I'm just above my book, so it's in the middle. And as I'm going to drop, my hand's like a lever. I'm going back to get a little bit of power. And I'm flicking it up. Oh, I dropped it. I'm going to have another go. I might not pull my book back far this time. I might go a little bit closer. Let's see the difference. Much better. Try again. Middle of my book. Dropping it. Much better. So I didn't even need to generate too much power with that, did I? So I can still keep my book nice and flat. Drop it from the middle. Tracking my piece of paper. Why don't you have a practice? Activity number 4. Now for this activity, you're going to need to try and tap the ball in the air as many times as you can. Now I'm using a piece of paper, but the important thing of this, the piece of paper will not react as good as the ball will. So you need to make sure you're on your toes, you're tracking the piece of paper and moving wherever it goes. So ready, let's see if I can have a go. Am I going to hit it really hard? That's right. No, I'm not. I need to try and make sure I'm nice and steady. Tracking. Doing good so far. Well done. So I'm tracking. I'm going to drop it again. I'm not going really far back because that didn't work last time, did it? Nice steady hand. Why don't you have a go? Challenge time. Now our challenge is a progression from activity number 4. And with this one, you're trying to keep the piece of paper up in the air for as long as you can. Ideally 30 seconds. But if you drop your piece of paper, carry on up to the 30 seconds. I might have a go and I might drop it two times. My challenge when I do it again is to see if I can drop it less times. If you find it a little bit easier, I wonder if you can go further than 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. I'm going to have a go.
Okay, Mr. Moore, you ready? Your time starts now. Always done 1 drop.
Surely off the hair's an extra point, Spine.
Maybe. 2 drops and 8 seconds left. 2, 1. Well done.
Well, after that, I managed to drop it 2 times, so I'm going to go off and practice and see if I can beat that score. Try and get 1. Now, I'm going to find some other people, see if they can have a go at this challenge. Do you think they can beat my score? Let's see. Look who I found. It's Miss Bowyer. Good luck. Go. Well, that's 1 drop.
Too much pressure. Oh no!
Keep going, Miss Bowyer. That's 2.
This is harder than it looks.
5 seconds left, Miss Bowyer.
Well, I'm definitely going to need to practice this in a minute.
And well done, Miss Bowyer.
No. Right then, guys, we have got Mr. Green. How exciting. Let's see how he gets on. So your time will start now.
Oh.
Doing really well. Keep going. Halfway there. Halfway. 10 seconds left. 2, 1, and stop. Well done, Mr. Green.
Thank you, thank you.
Look who I found for the challenge. It's Mr. Schultz. Good luck, Mr. Schultz.
Thank you.
That's 1. Nearly there, Mr. Schultz. 7 seconds. Well done, Mr. Schultz. Yay! And well done for completing today's motor skill activities. You've been amazing. I hope you've had as much fun as we've had. Now remember, those challenges and activities are something you can continue to practice and perfect throughout the weeks. Now, look forward to seeing you in episode number 4. Have fun, stay safe, stay tuned.